Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll talk spring football for the defending national champion Ferris State Bulldogs. We'll also check in with the men's and women's tennis teams as they opened home action in the GLIAC this past weekend, and we'll talk with the Assistant Athletic Director for Facilities, Tim Blashill, here on today's show. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog Football, joined by head coach Tony Annese. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Rob.
I know, obviously, excited to be back on the field. 3 months to the day the spring practice began since the national championship game.
Yeah, it's exciting. It really, I love spring ball. It's my favorite time of year. I love the NCAA basketball tournament. I love the Masters. I love the sun. And so it's a great time of year. You know, we get an opportunity to go out there and just focus on getting better, having fun. You know, in the fall, you really don't have a life. You just have game to game, week to week. And in the spring, there's a lot more to it. So I really enjoy it, and we're having a great time. It's been awesome.
Before we talk more about spring football, maybe talk about the winter workouts and the effort your guys put in since the season ended.
Yeah, Coach T is one of the greatest strength coaches in America. And so, you know, our guys are so driven, so passionate about player development. He's so great at motivating them, not just football, but every sport. You know, we've had unbelievable athletic success here at Ferris State, and you know, I think he has to get some credit for that. And our guys have to get credit, and our student athletes as a whole have to have, you know, get credit for how hard they work and how they aspire to pursue the very best that's in them every day. And coming over here, I just walked through the rubber room where we're working out, and I mean, they're grinding through it. And so it's a great focus for us, and we've done very well.
What's the carryover been like in terms of the energy and the momentum after the championship season here this past fall?
Yeah, I said that in the interview the other day. I want to ride the wave. You know, I know some people have said, okay, well that was in the past, and it's time to move forward. I want to ride the wave. I want to use the past as a force to grow, and so. Our spirits are high. Our energy level is great. We weren't complacent. We didn't go to the weight room whenever we went, which some guys went to the weight room right away, but we didn't go into the weight room and say, oh, you know, we're the national champs. We don't have to work, you know, even though I harassed some of them about, hey, man, you're sitting on your past success. You know, our guys are driven and they're passionate about being better every day, and that's truly our approach, and I'm happy to see that's how we've been working.
As we see some of the clips here of spring practice going on, a couple workouts already in. What's the energy been like out on the field, and how have the guys kind of responded here in the first couple practices?
It's great. It's exciting. You know, seeing some of these young guys, it's just incredible. So, you know, we'll see if Coach Parker can really coach, because you know, we had six-year guys this past year on the offensive line. Plus, Zane has got an agent. Zane Obeid has got an agent, so he's trying to make it in the NFL, which is great. You know, I wish him the best of luck. So, you know, so we lose a lot of guys in that position, but it's been really cool to see our young guys, you know, perform out there. It's really exciting. You know, I couldn't be more pleased about our approach, and can't be more, you know, excited about, like, you know, taking steps forward to try to get better.
Obviously, a lot of these young guys getting an opportunity here in the spring, and a lot of them have had to kind of wait their time behind some of those veterans that have moved on.
Yeah, you know, we've got some really good players that, you know, are gone. You know, let's face it, you know, Jared Bernhardt's a hard one to replace, but the quarterbacks have done great so far this spring. That offensive line, you know, I mean, you know, I'm happy to not have, you know, Boonster harass me or Pasquale. You know, they're actually, you know, it's just hard to not have them there, because it's just so cool that, you know, they're kind of like there for so long. It's hard not to have them. But by the same token, the young guys, you know, they're hardworking and excited about their opportunities.
What are some of the objectives here over the spring season as you really focus in on developing some skills going into the spring game?
Well, have fun is the first objective. I say it all the time. I want these guys to go out to the practice field and just feel so excited about being out there. Have fun, not be stressed about, anything. Just compete hard. I don't ever have to say compete hard to my guys. Like literally, sometimes I got to tone them down on the level of competition they bring to practice field, and then just focus on trying to improve. A lot of times young people focus on what they're good at instead of what they're not good at. I want them to focus on what they're not good at. I want them to improve on the things they need to improve on to be better football players. And then they've got target weights. If you got to gain weight, gain weight. If you got to lose weight, lose weight. And last thing is, I don't want to fall off when it comes to our commitment to the weight room. And so, a lot of programs, they'll be on the field so long that they kind of, lose what they gained. We had a short off season, if you will, in regards to we played on December 18th, and now we're back on the field on March 18th. And so I don't want to be like, we didn't get a chance to have the strength gains that we wanted. So I want that to improve throughout the spring, keeping them healthy throughout the spring, keeping them eating right, sleeping right, all the things that can help them grow, obviously lifting right and things of that sort. And so that's going to be our focus, and our guys are pretty good at doing those kind of things.
Obviously, a total of 15 workouts here over the spring, leading up to the spring game, April 22nd. Not only a chance to play in front of some fans, but a chance to celebrate that national championship as well.
Yeah, so we're going to have a ring ceremony. We're going to celebrate everything we've done in the spring game. We've always done that. We were probably the only team that put our spring game on a stream last year, and you're crazy enough to believe that it's a cool thing. I'm crazy enough to say, let's just let the opponents look at that film, and so be it. And that's what we did, and that's the way we roll. We're not paranoid about putting film out there, and so we do a great job in the spring game. You and Sandy announce it for the whole crowd. That's awesome. Hoping to get a bunch of former players back, a bunch of supporters back, have the ring ceremony, have a little gathering after the ring ceremony, and then on April 23rd have kind of a golf outing. Even though we have a golf outing, alumni golf outing in June, we're just going to kind of have kind of a day on Saturday, April 23rd, where we hit the links and have fun together as well.
Obviously, you have some guys that have moved on that have had some opportunities as well. NFL Pro Days here and gearing up for the NFL Draft.
Yeah, so we had a pro day last week, and we had, let me count them, 9 guys participate, and then Jared is going to Maryland on March 30th, and Alex Thomas is going to Cincinnati this week. He also was at the Central Michigan Pro Day. So I thank publicly Central Michigan and Saginaw Valley State for allowing our guys to go to those two venues to participate in pro days, and our guys did really well. Our guys are really good football players, and their measurables speak for themselves. Our guys can really do 225 and run fast and perform well and all the measurable statistical things that the pro days ask for them to perform at. So they did well. I'm proud of them, and let's see what happens after that.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time, and best of luck here throughout the spring.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.